Hi, my name is Ruel, and I'm about to present you my topic here in E190 Science, Technology, and Society.
About societal issues entitled Identity Theft. So, what is identity theft? Identity theft is a crime in which an attacker uses fraud or deception to obtain personal or sensitive information from a victim and misuses misuses it to act in the victim's name. Usually, perpetrators of such crime are motivated by their own economic gain. Identity theft is the crime of obtaining the personal or financial information of another person to use their identity to commit fraud, such as making unauthorized transactions or purchases. Identity theft is committed in many different ways, and its victims are typically left with damage to their credit, finances, and reputation. Identity theft occurs when someone steals your personal information, such as your social security number. Social security number acts in, or normally it is being used in the US. So, social security number are actually a number for them to confirm. Say, for example, let me give you an example. Say, for example, you're going to buy a phone and you're paying it monthly. You're doing it for monthly payment. They're going to check your social security number before doing it. So, for them to confirm if you have any debts from the previous or from the other seller of that specific phone. If in case you are good to go, they would be able to give you the phone, and you are entitled to get the phone and do it or pay it through a monthly payment. Now, besides from social security number, bank account number, and credit card information, identity theft can be committed in many different ways. Some identity thieves sift through trash bins looking for bank account and credit card statement. So literally, they're going to check or sift through the trash bins and check if there's any like credit cards on that specific trash bin, and they would be able to use your information, the numbers associated with it, including your name. So there are also more high-tech methods involved accessing corporate databases to steal lists of customer information. Once identity thieves have the information they are looking for, they can ruin a person's credit rating and the standing of other personal information. As what I've said about the social security number, as the credit rating is associated with social security number. The social security number is the option for them to check the credit rating of a certain person. So identity thieves increasingly use computer technology to obtain other people's personal information for identity fraud. To such information, they may search the hard drives of stolen or discarded computers, hack into computers or computer networks, access computer based public records, use information gathering malware to infect computers, browse social networking sites, or use deceptive emails or text messages. We are actually experiencing this one when we are receiving text message including emails. The emails are normally being sent to the spam inbox. That's the thing that the email works when they are using through fraudulent activities. So victims of identity thefts often do not know their identity has been stolen until they begin receiving calls from creditors or are turned down for a loan because of bad credit score. So next up, we have actually six types of identity theft. What are those? First, we have the financial identity theft. Second is social security identity theft. And the third is medical identity theft. And the fourth is synthetic identity theft. Fifth is child identity theft. Sixth is tax identity theft. And the seventh and the last one is going to be criminal identity theft. Let's go first with the first one, the financial identity theft. In financial identity theft, someone uses another person's identity or information to obtain credit, goods, services, or benefits. This is the most common form of identity theft. The second one will gonna be social security identity theft. If identity thieves obtain your social security number, as what I've said, they can use it to apply for credit cards and loans and then not pay outstanding balances. Fraudsters can also use your number to receive medical, disability, and other benefits. Now, the third one going to be medical identity theft. In medical identity theft, someone poses as another person to obtain free medical care. This is actually how it happened before, as what I watch in a certain YouTube video, that they are actually using someone's information or the medical information of a person to be in a hospital. So that the person was stayed in a hospital for a couple months or weeks, and then by just using the medical information of that person, he committed a fraud. So number four is synthetic identity theft. Synthetic identity theft is a type of fraud in which a criminal combines real, usually stolen, and fake information to create a new identity, which is used to open fraudulent activities and accounts and to make fraudulent purchases. Synthetic identity theft allows the criminal to steal money from any credit card companies or lenders who extend credit based on the fake identity. And the fifth one will going to be child identity theft. In child identity theft, someone uses a child's identity for various forms of personal gain. This is common as children typically do not know have the information associated with them that could pose obstacles for the perpetrator. The fraudster may use the child's name and social security number to obtain a residence, find employment, obtain loans, or avoid arrest on outstanding warrants. Often, the victim is family member, the child of a friend, or someone else close to the perpetrator. Some people even steal the personal information of deceased loved ones. And going to number six, the tax identity theft. Tax identity theft occurs when someone uses your personal information, including your social security number, to file a bogus state or federal tax return in your name and collect a fund. Number seven, and the last one, gonna be the criminal identity theft. Criminal identity theft is a criminal poses as another person during an arrest to try to avoid summons, prevent the discovery of a warrant issued in their real name, or avoid an arrest or conviction record, and to commit a fraud. What can you do if you become a victim of such identity theft? Number one, call
Call
the
the
companies
companies
where
where
you
you
know
know
the
the fraud
fraud
occurred.
occurred. Say, for example, you receive an email about these fraudulent activities of you purchasing a phone. You have to call that specific phone, or specific place where they purchased that phone, so that you would be able to check who purchased that phone. And the second one is place a fraud alert and get your credit reports. So basically, you will go into log into your account or your social security information, and so that you would be able to get your credit report. And the third one going to be report identity theft to the FTC. And for one, you may choose to file a report with your local police department. Yeah, that's actually the normal thing that you would be able to do if you something happened like this. Like if you checked your credit reports is um, changed without you knowing it, you have to report it to the police department. But first things first, you have to check it yourself, or like onto your account, and then go to the police department for them to do what your job is. So the bottom line about the identity theft is traumatic and difficult experience, and can severely damage your credit worthiness and leave you with the bills that you did not incur. It's important to always monitor your bank and credit card statement, as well as your credit card report, for any signs of any fraud or fraudulent activities. If you have detected that you are a victim of fraud, there are ways to dispute the charges, fix the theft, and stop your information from being available to thieves. The government provides many resources to help you get back to a good credit standing.
So, that's going to be my presentation here in my subject E190 Science, Technology, and Society on Societal Problems, entitled Identity Theft.
Thank you for listening. Bye.